Hello, Eco Gypsy. End of the day today, and it's been quite a hard and busy day, so pretty knackered. But I'm going to have a go at this while I've still got a little bit of light. I'm just going to have a little look at my old mower. Now let me show you this. This is my Kubota tractor mower, and like most things in this yard, it's had a hard old life. I think living with me takes it out of most things. Now these are fantastic bits of kit. This is a diesel one. They are a prop driven mower, so you ain't got the belts. Starts, runs really well, cuts well, even cuts in wet grass, so it's phenomenal. Let me show you what's the matter with it. So basically you can see the radiator's had it. It was leaking a little bit, and I put some rad weld in it, and that was fine for a little while, and it's been leaking a bit more. With diesel engines, the only thing you got to watch is them getting too hot and seizing up, and these are relatively expensive. This would be expensive to replace, and say it's a brilliant mower, so I didn't want that to happen. I took the radiator off, and I took it to a company who initially quoted me 500 odd quid for a new radiator, and then it came down to about 200 quid for the repair. I've tried to bodge it up and repair it myself. That hasn't worked, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to replace it with a similar radiator. That's a similar sized one. This is off a Mini. Now many years ago I used to do banger racing, and what you discover is, as long as there's some sort of water going through an engine, that will keep it cool. And we used to mount the radiators up on the tops just to keep the water flowing through them and stop them getting smashed in, so you can keep racing. So as long as this doesn't leak and we can get some water going through this, it should be fine. It looks pretty ratty, but I don't think there's any holes in it, so I'm going to get this mounted up and see how the temperature gauge sits. Okay, it kind of fits, but we're going to have to just get rid of this cowling, I think, on the front, because it's touching the fan, and I think that's what affected the last one, as the cowling was bent and it kept churning into the actual radiator. So we're going to take that off now. So I think that's going to fit pretty good there. The only problem I have is the outlet is on this side and the outlet on that is that side, so I'm going to see if I can run a pipe from here to across the other side of the radiator. And I've got this one, I think I might just be able to get over. So bit of modification, but I think it might work. Have a fiddle. What I don't want to really do is cut a hole in the bonnet. What I have done on occasion for different things. If that just sits there. Okay, I'm going to try and use the mountain brackets from the original which is these, to see if I can adapt them for use on this other radiator, because it really needs to sit at that sort of angle. So we'll see if we can get these in and attach it to this one. So what we've done, we've cut the bottom of the mountain rail off the old radiator. I'll put this back in place, and then hopefully the new one should sit up on top of here, and just lift it up a little bit. There's a prop running through here, so we don't want it to touch that. And this has got rubbers on, so it'd be really good if we can use it. Okay, by using that old mountain, we've got the radiator roughly the height I want. This top hose I think we can extend and put on there. That's not going to be a problem. The bottom hose is a problem, because on the radiator is on this side, and on the engine the outlet's this side. That there is the outlet. So I've noticed this on a flexible hose, so if that points out the other side of the engine, then I can run it into that radiator, and then all we'll have to do then is make up a couple of mounting brackets for here and here, just to hold it in place, and that'll be good enough. So in banger racing style, what we've got is we've got cable ties holding the radiator in. That's quite secure. This is the old thing that the bonnet closes down onto, so I think that's going to be okay. That'll work. So all we've got to do is wangle these pipes, get them to fit, and we might be getting somewhere. We've put the return flow from the engine and point that out the other side, so I can connect up onto the other side of the engine. So that was lucky, otherwise we'd have had some serious problems. So I've had to relent a little bit and buy some new hose, a couple of corner and a bit of straight. Bit gutted, but I don't see much point in trying to repair a leaky radiator with second-hand hose, so I'm a tenner down now. So I've got to do this top hose here. I'll do this in the black, so from there to there, and we've got a bit of silicone for the bottom hose. The other thing, it's the only thing I don't like about the Japanese stuff, is they do put these horrible Jubilee clips on, like a wire clip, and I always prefer the more traditional ones, and I always buy the stainless ones, because out here with the salt air, if you use steel, within 6 months you can't undo them. So we've got the stainless steel Jubilee clips, good bit of hose. Let's get this fitted up and run up today, hopefully. Well, we've got the radiator in a fashion. It is a banger boy job, really. The cable tie is holding it hard. This top hose here, obviously we're going to have to replace, because it's just temporary for now. I used a silicone one on the bottom, and we've had to dodge around the fan belt and the fan to get the feed to come out the bottom. So I'm going to fill it up with some water, fire it up, and see how the temperature gauge sits. It's quite handy on a clear hose, you can see the air coming out there. Right, just point out another little trick. Now this is the only other thing wrong with this tractor, is that sometimes, and it's not all the time, which is a bit more annoying, there's a starter engine fault, or starter motor fault. Now that's your solenoid, that's your starter motor. On occasions it just starts, turn the key, goes. On other occasions it doesn't. So what I've done is I've got this little hot wiring lead that goes onto the solenoid, and basically what this is doing is bypassing your solenoid and going straight to your starter. So it's up and running, which is good. Do a little bit of mowing and see if that comes up. Should sit about central. So we'll have a look. Bit higher than it would do normally. I'll check the levels again in a minute, but it's dropping down as soon as we're using it. It's dropping down to about this point, the middle point, so that's about the same as it was before. So sometimes just spend a little bit of time fixing something is, for me, because I'm so far away from everywhere, it's the way to get on, so I can use the tractor, get my jobs done, and it hasn't cost me 200 quid. Anyway, that's another sort of make and mend video. Hope you enjoyed. Take care and catch us on the next one.